Greetings once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. Basically, this time around, we're going to be checking out Platforms of Death! Yes, the death is capitalized, so we had to do that. Anyway, what is this level about? It happens to actually be a level made by Jab, which you'd recognize if you recognize the level Silo of Death. A long time ago, forget how long ago it was, actually, I was playing a lot of different levels, and one of the levels I ran across was called Silo of Death. It was just a basic little deathmatch level, but it had a level exit, and it brought you out to basically a file called plats.bsp that I couldn't find anywhere. That's what this level is. I finally found it, people. We finally found the mission that I wanted to have that brings closure to this whole thing. So hooray, we can actually bring closure to something with this one. Anyway, this was made by Jab with Worldcraft by Ben Morris. Anyway, this is basically a bunch of tons and tons of slanted platforms with a starry sky outside. Tower, lots of stuff. Really fun. Made in about 5 or 6 hours. Modified graphics? He wishes. Modified code? No. Modified level? He thinks so. Modified skins? Now, that's a cool idea, but no. Yeah, okay, so basically, he'd just do whatever. He included the map file just to allow you to learn and expand your own Quake editing ideas. Just give him some credit, thanks. Okay, so yeah, the documentation isn't really the best here. Yeah, it's a bit, I guess it does all the basics, but it definitely is a less fancy format compared to what you normally see. And therefore it definitely didn't give the normal presentation. It felt kind of quickly put together, if you will. Let's see here. Let's load up the level plats, which, as said, is basically the level before Platforms of Death and Silo of Hell, I think it is. Yeah, now I'm starting to forget what God's name it is. These names are so easy to forget. Oh no. Oh no. I think I left a modification on that I didn't want to leave on. Weird, I usually delete them, but I must have slipped my mind to do it because, yeah, I'm seeing an error about oh no, and that was one of the last modifications I was playing with. Yeah, I left it in here. The other test environment was actually clean. This one was not. Of course, I slipped up and missed it. Anyway, we could easily fix that up, and it wouldn't have caused any real problems anyway. He just kept saying, oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see here. We want to do some level. What were God's name was the name of the level we were doing? Plats, that's it. Okay. And it involves platforms. And has an error about thunder. Seems like a lot of levels lately have been trying to do the thunder ambient sound effect, and it seems like none of them really get it working most of the time. Yeah, you can see why it wasn't used in the vanilla game, really. But as you see, this is the level. This looks like a haphazard mess. This is what we were looking for, people! I hope you enjoy it! And then bassy rum with a teleporter sky and a bunch of platforms. I guess he wasn't kidding. But my god, this reminds me, of Welt. That's what this reminds me of. Is this basically inspired by Welt? Out of any level to be inspired by, did you seriously make a level that's inspired by Welt? I'm kind of scared if you did. Anyway, here we are. Random garbage. That's basically what this level's going to be, isn't it? You just run around, you pick up some garbage, and we basically get done with this level. Yeah, that's not exactly the most exciting in the world. Especially after so long in this freaking thing. Okay, it seems like these platforms don't even interconnect with each other. They're like just haphazardly, like slanted platforms placed right next to each other. He didn't even put the effort to like link up the platforms. Okay, that makes this even worse than Welt. Brilliant. We found Welt, except even worse. That's horrible. Is that a platform right on top of another platform? Please tell me that's an elevator or something. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, so we got a super nail gun. At least that's some gun, because it seems like the Blind Force didn't have anything in the way of guns. Oh look, a double-barreled shotgun. How in God's name do we even get up there? Guess we just keep running up these slanted platforms that are really haphazardly thrown on top of each other. Look at this. Seriously, why have this? Why have a platform right underneath another platform? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah, this level feels terrible, people. I'm sorry. I tried to give levels a benefit of the doubt, but this one's really terrible in terms of appearance, at least. I don't know how it'd play. I don't have anyone else to play with. But yeah, so far we haven't really found any guns in this level. And yeah, it's a bunch of haphazard stuff thrown around randomly, so that's not exactly the best presentation. Anyway, let's keep going, because that's all I can really do in this nightmare. I miss Silo of Death, Silo of Hell, I think that's it, actually. God, am I getting jumbled. But yeah, I miss Silo of Hell, because at least that one had some sort of decent presentation. This one, on the other hand, what in God's name is this? This feels like an acid trip. I don't even know what's going on here half the time. It's so hard to decipher any of it because it's just like platforms everywhere. I guess this is what happens when you have the whole 3D craze. You know, look, we can make 3D levels. Let's throw platforms on top of platforms. All well and good, except, you know, there's not much in the way of like sensibility or anything really to do. You know, just running on a bunch of platforms that feel like they're kind of just there. You know, like, we have this platform right below another platform because reasons. You know, if you know, it's not exactly about the whole abstract level design. We've seen abstract levels before, like abstractions and all that. This one, though, feels just jarringly slapped together. Like, it doesn't feel like abstract for the sake of abstractness. It feels like just random ramps slapped together. And yeah, that's not exactly the most appealing, now is it? And I still don't know where I'm really going in this mess. It feels like there's not many guns in this level either. In fact, it feels like there's really not much of anything in this level. Let's see here. Where in God's name am I going? Oh look, the rocket launcher. Well, that's something. Okay, there's a rocket launcher. Let's go up this way first because I think this is just a little platform with the quad damage. Brilliant. Okay, so we got the quad damage, and now we just hop down here. And we get to the other stuff. The pentagram. So I guess it gives you the more powerful guns, and yeah, basically if anyone's going to prioritize guns in these, it's going to be the more powerful. I can imagine someone saying, why do we even need the other guns? The other guns are weaker versions of these. And so therefore they weren't included or something. But yeah, there's no nail gun. There's no grenade launcher. It's just a bunch of stuff thrown in the level, people. Yeah. So why don't I really like this one? Well, for one, all the textures are basically the same. It's outside of, like, the ones that are, like, blue at the top. Most of these are just all the same color platforms. There's no, like, interconnection between any of them. There's no sense of, like, any sort of direction or any sort of reasoning for why, like, ammo's located in a certain place. It just feels like a bunch of ammo thrown about everywhere. And yeah, that basically kind of feels like how this entire level was kind of put together. It was like, I can make a level! Let's put stuff in here. I made a rum. Now let's put up a bunch of ramps everywhere. And like I said, we already saw that with Welt, and that was bad enough. But what makes this so offensive in comparison is that this doesn't even have like chained platforms half the time. The fact that it's like platforms on top of other platforms, so like haphazardly thrown there, feels almost like someone making like the level and like they'd make like a wrong brush or something or put it too close and they wouldn't bother aligning it. Like none of this feels like there was any effort really put into aligning anything. It just feels like a bunch of platforms thrown relatively close to each other and said, well, it's close enough. The player can get to each one of these, so I guess it works. And yeah, that kind of is where the whole thing kind of feels lackluster. Anyway, let's actually head up here. Can we actually get to like that sky? I'm curious. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do like a running jump and bullseye! Oh god, what have I just done? What have I just done? I seem to have found my way into the skybots around the level. And by skybots around the level, I mean drug-infused nightmare, because that's what this is. Is there anything out here? What is this? Wait a minute, what in God's name is this? This is a place? Okay, people, we seem to have found our way to a secret little area. Hooray! My recklessness worked! I don't even know, but apparently this is not an area you're supposed to be, because there's 100 health in right here. And fire! Fire is usually a good thing, so, I'm guessing there's nothing else over here. I guess it was just the 100 health in that one little secret corner. Is there, like, anything in the skybots? Like, if I go this way, am I just gonna, like, fall off to the void? Oh, God! Oh, God! Get me back in the world! Dear God! Okay, don't do that, people. Don't swim outside the void. I didn't realize I would actually do this. And now I'm stuck indefinitely floating around. Okay, we gotta get back into the level because we gotta get back to the 100 health area and see what happens. Like, where's the elevator lead you that's leading back in or whatnot? That seems to be something I must see. I don't really care about going through most of this level. I just want to see the elevator and see where that weird area was. So honestly, that's the most interesting thing about this level. That very weird area outside it. Yeah, I didn't expect there to be actually something outside of the level. I kind of figured once we, like, rocket jumped out, it would just have led us to the void. But instead, we got to a little weird area. And I was rather interested by it because it looked rather neat. But that was a terrible rocket jump. Give me a pentagram. Maybe we can even do a rocket jump with this. If I can find my way back upwards. Time. Let's see here. Maybe I can use a quad damage too. Ooh, I see what I can do. Bonsai! Oh God, this was a horrible idea too! Yeah, don't do that. I nearly flew outside the void with just that recklessness. So, yeah, don't do that. Anyway, here we are, outside of the level area, as we were before. This time I learned my lesson. I'm not going to go outside the void. Let's go this way. Ride the giant elevator to, wherever in God's name we are. I see. So you're basically able just to stay outside the slip. Wait, what is that? See, like, little lip over there? Yeah, what is this? See, it's like weird little texture right here. There's like a weird lip. Why? Why even have this? It drives me crazy. It looks a little different, but it doesn't do anything. No, the only thing that did anything was that elevator of all things, which is very weird because it seems like a mandatory rocket jump. Then again, it's not the first level we've seen with a mandatory rocket jump at this point. I'm looking at you, Church Tower. But yeah, this definitely felt like a rather weird level. Mainly for the platforming and all that, it definitely wasn't exactly the best experience to begin with. But yeah, rather weird to have that 100 health void area outside the rest of the level. Definitely the most interesting part of the entire thing. Yeah, seeing a weird little drug-infused area whereby you, like, wander off into a weird campfire scene definitely led to a rather interesting sight. I will say that. But most of this level, and really any logic in terms of deathmatch, I can't really understand. Yeah, no, I don't really see this being a really good level for deathmatch because most of the stuff was on the upper levels. Yeah, this felt like actually a total mess. But, yeah, this was a level, and it's basically a level, so we had to see it. But anyway, thank you all for watching. As said, not really my most favorite of levels, but at the same time, at least we got to see it, got to experience what in God's name this was. And it was the level that basically was led to by Silo of Death, so we did get some sort of closure, I guess. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's been an adventure as usual, and I guess I'll be seeing you all, well, next time.